Hey everyone, a nerd named Mark here, and I'm doing a new video because I've been getting questions from some people asking, where I get my Toku merch. And I've dabbled in kind of talking about it in videos here and there and on the podcast, but I figured let me just sit down and do a whole video going over all the sites I go to, uh, kind of like a overview of how easy it is to order from them. I'm not going to actually be ordering anything in this video. I'm actually recording this for a second time because I accidentally doxed myself in the first one because right when I pulled up the thing, it was like, oh, that's my address. Oops. But yeah, so I mean, I get a lot of Toku merch. Obviously, I have besides the Sotos and drivers and everything else, and those of you who remember my older videos when I first used to do my Toku mail calls, which I might bring back. It's been a while. Um, I have really stepped up my collecting. It's been fun finding new avenues. I feel like starting off, I kind of wasted a lot of money going through certain vendors instead of just going and finding alternatives, maybe ordering it directly from Japan. But you live and you learn. And no, I'm not going to talk about who I ordered from or where I ordered from here in the US. That I feel like I definitely I figured it out. I probably could have saved like $500 or $600 total this year if I didn't order from these other websites. And since doing my research, ordering a lot more, I become more knowledgeable on how to properly order things from Japan to get them here. And hopefully if this video helps you out, maybe I can help you guys not overspend. Also, ordering from Japan, you get it right from there when it's released, and you don't have to wait for it to go from Japan to the US storefront that you order from and then to you. You kind of cut out the middleman. And by cutting out the middleman, you save some money. That's all I'm going to say. Now, from a local standpoint, living in Southern California, San Diego specifically, I am fortunate enough to have access to stores out here that I can physically drive to in under 20 minutes and get obtain things. Like if you've seen any of the haul videos or any of my social media posts, every week on Friday or Saturday, I've been going to check out the Bandai pop up store here. Um, Shout out to Bandai Hobby USA. Like this is um them when their pop up store kind of reignited my love of Gundam model kits and like building Gunpla. I was getting back into it. I talked about it last year. I got back into Gundam model kits during quarantine. I was getting them from Amazon, and then Target started carrying them, but very limited options and pricing. And thanks to this pop up store, I mean, I got a full set of figurized Kamen Rider kits to build, a whole bunch of Gundam SDW heroes, a lot of clear color sets. You can kind of see behind me, I've been building them. So it's been really nice to have that like accessibility to just drive for 15 minutes and walk into the store. I'm sad it's going to end on the 31st of December. So I only got, after this video goes live, I only got 2 more Fridays to get exclusive stuff. So yeah. And also they give you a pin that you get to pick from every time. And I have 4 out of the 6 available ones. So obviously I will have all 6 before this is over. But that brings me to my first local store, Tokyo Central in Maine. Now, I know there's another location in LA and there's one other one in California. This has been kind of one of my go tos. Before they remodeled it, this is where I was getting a lot of candy toy stuff. I was getting some SH figure out stuff, but the main thing I was getting was like the Bandai stage stands and a lot of the effect kits that you can get and Gundam markers and stuff like that. So that's why I really like. But after the remodel, they haven't carried as much um, candy toy stuff. They actually don't carry them there. They keep them at the grocery store next door, but they haven't in probably like 5 or 6 months now. They haven't had anything Soto or Shoto related for a Kamen Rider. Anyways, they've had the Shoto Pokemon stuff and a few other things, but they don't like before when I was going there. I was getting Ultraman medals. I was getting Sentai Zenkaiser Sentai gears. I was getting Sotos. I was getting Shotos. I was getting Shotos X's, Shoto O's. Since then, not as much. But luckily, right down the street, not even a quarter of a mile away, is a place called Mitsuya Marketplace, and they have a lot. This is where I'm getting all the most of my candy toy stuff now. I got the whole entire Gaim set 1 and 2 there for Soto Chronicles. I got the full Ryuki set for Soto Chronicles there too. A lot of the Zenkaiser Sentai gears. This is actually where I got all the mini plot sets for Zenkaiser as well. So I got the uh, was it the Vrumajin? I got the Zenkaio, and I have one, and then the Ricky Katanuro ones as well. They honestly they never had any of the Udos though. That's the one thing they've never had there is Udos, and I don't know why. But they also have a lot of the Ultraman like Shotos type stuff, so I've been getting those too because I love Ultraman. So that's the two main local places I go to. Another one is Book Off. Now the cool thing about Book Off is one, there's multiple locations across the country, and they have a website. But if you're local to one, and I don't, if like it takes me like 20 minutes to get there with traffic. No traffic, I'm there in like 15. The thing is, with those, you can, if you go local, they can get you subscription services to magazines. So I actually just recently figured this out, and I was able to sign up and subscribe to the like TV Kun magazines, which usually have like like they had that exclusive Sentai gear. They had the Soto for Saber there in the magazine included with it. So I subscribe to that, and it's like $20 a month, and you just go in, they give it to you. You have a subscription, so it's really convenient. And if there is a Book Off near you, definitely check it out. But they also have a website. You can follow them on social media. It's Book Off USA on Instagram. They post a lot of cool stuff. They got the links to their website and everything else. Definitely check them out. They are kind of pricey on a lot of stuff because you can actually order from Japan and get it shipped to you or to store. They are pretty pricey, but I found a lot of good things there. I found a lot of my SH figure arts and a lot of my like soft vinyl figures. I've got a lot of statues there, and it's just a really good store to check out. So definitely Book Off should be on your list. Definitely look, and if you're in Southern California, I know they have some up in LA. I think there's one in New York. There's a lot of locations, so definitely check them out. But that's really it for local places I go to. Obviously, if you clicked on this, you want to see websites. So I'm going to take myself off camera. We're going to switch over and we're going to check out some websites, and I'm going to go over like mainly my top 5 that I go to because there's like 5 I go to, and they're very convenient and easy to use, and hopefully this helps inform you on where I get a lot of my stuff and maybe helps you add to your collection and save some dollars at the same time. Because let's face it, Toku merch adds up. It's not cheap. As someone who just now got Kamen Rider DX Driver number 19 and number 20 in the mail, they add up in price after a while, and I'm not trying to go broke. So let's jump over into our first website we're going to check out, and it is going to be okay. So first up, we have Amazon Japan. I had to log out really quick because it was showing my zip code and this and that, and I really didn't want that to show up. So it's pretty simple to use. You can just type in Kamen Rider. We'll go Revice, and lo and behold, now not everything will auto translate, but just for giggles, we'll look at the uh, belt driver for live and evil. So actually, it's on sale right now. It's down from 6,820 yen to 5,303 yen. Now that's roughly a little bit over $50, and that's very convenient. The cool thing about Amazon Japan is I can't. I want to show, but I have to log in, and honestly, like I just so this estimated delivery date. Disregard that. That's if you want standard shipping. The cool thing about this is for about 6 to 750 yen more, you can get the priority shipping or expedited shipping, and that's what I normally do because that's like an extra $6-7. And for the hassle of avoiding it going through like FedEx, and the last time I ordered something and I didn't and I just select like standard, it took like over 2 weeks to get my stuff. If you do the priority like expedited shipping, it goes through DHL. Depending on where you live, it goes from DHL to the United States Post Office, and then you have it there. I will order something on a Saturday, US, which is, Sunday, Japan, and I will have it out for delivery at the latest Thursday. Most of the time, I get it Wednesday, and it's worth the price, like the extra, you know, 700 yen. I will say this: it's not per item; it's for the whole cart for that upgrade in the shipping. So I would say get yourself, 3, 4 things in there, spend the extra 700 yen, get it shipped really quick, and it's definitely worth it. So that's like the first place I go to, and you can find a lot of stuff. Like, I mean, you want Ultraman, boom. You want the manga. I mean, obviously they have digital ones for Kindle, by the way, which is pretty cool. But obviously the manga always shows up first for some reason whenever I type anything in. Um, obviously, okay, that's okay. You know what? I shouldn't have typed in Ultraman. Things are popping up on the screen. Uh, and I'm still scrolling. But yeah, it's you could type in whatever you want. Like this is where I got a lot of my vital bracelet stuff for Digimon. So you could be like Digimon vital bracelet, and there you go. So those bracelets, you got everyone was like spending $80 to $90 on from the resellers, like that and the U.S. vendors, 3,500. Yeah, but this that's what that's under $35. That's not bad, and it comes with Gamamon. And you get like the dim cards. Like this is where I got all my dim cards. That's why I was like, okay, this is basically $15, and you get both. That's a good deal. Even with the shipping costs and the cent, you're saving money. So this is where I got a lot of my Vital Bracelet stuff. I just ordered my Ultraman one, so I can't wait for that to get here. That's gonna be great because I need another Vital Bracelet. That'll be my third one because I have the regular one. I have the regular this one right here, the first gen, and then I have the special edition one that came with Ancient Warrior because I like Beamon, one of my favorites. But yeah, this is Amazon Japan. So let's just close that really quick. So yeah, Amazon Japan, easily my go-to when it comes to like new stuff. Basically everything Revice that I have right now from Amazon Japan, except for the Sotos. So candy toys cannot be shipped because it has food in it, and it always tells me it cannot be delivered to your selected location. And I get that because it's got candy in it technically. So sometimes you'll see a listing on there that'll be like it's opened and the candy's removed and you can get them. But I was fortunate enough to find someone who is in Japan, and that's where I got all my Sotos now. I've been getting them from them every time they release since book 7 of Saber. So now Sotos outside of like Ryuki and stuff like that, like if I because I can find those easily here or online. I don't get. I only order from this person, and they cut me a deal. They give me good shipping. I get it in 4 days, like every time, and it's just so good. So Amazon Japan, don't be scared of Amazon Japan. I for the longest time was so worried. I was like, oh, I want to use Amazon Japan, but like, what if it never gets here and I spent this money and it's gonna be a hassle to go through my like bank or credit card company to get my money back? The cool thing about it is when you go to checkout, it automatically translates the currency to US dollars if you live in the United States. And it's so convenient. And even before you check out, just going to your cart and just hitting, not even actually checking out, but going to the next step after you have everything in your cart, just tells you how much it cost. So it's very convenient, and it tells you shipping and everything else. I will say like I've saved so much money using Amazon Japan. What like I wish early on when I got into Toku collecting, outside of what I was finding local, I wish I started with Amazon Japan. I watched a lot of YouTube videos like tutorials, like how do I order like an idiot. I was like, how do you use Amazon Japan? Like, not thinking it was just, well, it's freaking Amazon. You log in, put your card on there, you buy stuff. Done. You got it. Whatever. So I wish I had gotten into Amazon Japan sooner. I did the math. Um, and like I saved, I've spent $600 more than I should have going through U.S. sellers. Now, mind you, I want to support like those who are selling merch here in the U.S. that's Toku related. I want to support you. I still support you for some stuff, especially Premium Bandai stuff and all sorts of stuff. But man, the markup just man, money's tight. Okay, I'm not trying to go broke, and I have a lot of stuff. So it's basically been Amazon Japan for all my new releases. That's everything Revice I have. Like I said, outside of Sotos, has been through Amazon Japan. Now, for a lot of my collection, and this is this is where I'm getting a lot of older vintage stuff. I use Mercari, and Mercari, I already have Kamen Rider typed in. This could be hit or miss. So I was hit for sale, never anything, because I don't want to see what's sold. Now, a lot of people, they list their stuff pretty high, okay? I'm going to tell you right now, you're not always going to get a deal. But every once in a while, you'll strike gold. Now, mind you, I also sell on Mercari. I'm not a reseller. I have been adamant about this. I'm not a reseller. If I have extras of something through buying like bulk of, and I have like duplicates and stuff, I'm throwing them on here. Or like from a Toku standpoint, I'm not a reseller. From a comic book standpoint, I'm not a reseller. But like I've been lucky in finding some chase figures in the wild for like AEW and this and that. I found duplicates, keep one for myself, throw it on there if I can make a couple, 100, $200. I always reinvest it into buying stuff on here because I don't want to pay the fees to get it transferred to my bank account. But the cool thing about Mercari is, ooh, wait a minute, is that Chalice? I haven't checked my car in a couple hours. Let's see what we got over here. Oh, I do not have this in my collection. Oh, it's vinyl. I have this weird love hate relationship with the vinyl figures because they don't stand up. But man, like, you know what? All right, you know what? I may have to log in and buy that. I'm not gonna lie, cause yeah. And luckily, since this is not a live video and I'm recording ahead of time, I will go back to that later. Sorry, I bumped the mic. But no, Mercari is really like there's some good stuff on there. Like you can get some good deals. I've gotten a few Ultraman SH figure arts on here. Good amount of my older drivers, like the gamer driver and the wizard driver that you've seen in the thumbnail and earlier, those both were from Mercari. And I got damn good deal. Ooh, what is it? I do not have that in the collection. Huh. That actually looks like it's in good condition. Doesn't have the faceplate. I mean, I'm okay with the fact that those are candy toy lock seeds, but see, the lack of the faceplate is what's stopping me. But at the same time, I can get a lock seed with a faceplate. Uh, Kaiju, Carl, if you're watching this, I may send that to you. I might have to just because it's Gaim, and I know how much you love Gaim. It's your favorite season. But you'll see a lot of stuff like the gimmicks, like $7. Like these, I think these are all candy toy related ones. But Mercari is pretty cool. Shipping very easy, hassle free. This is the hidden gem for Toku stuff. See, like right here. Oh, that's 93. Never mind. So there's some stuff that's overpriced. Oh, decade driver. But the downside is you have to constantly check because sometimes ooh, say this is what happens in my life. Every time I go on here, I find something Blade related. I bought a lot of Blade related things on this website. All right, that. All right, we're not gonna do that anymore. No more. No more. No more Mercari. No more Mercari. So Mercari, definitely sign up. It's so good. And the cool thing is, like, if you sell something on there, like you just they email you the shipping label, you print it out, box it up, tape it on there, drop it off at the post office, wherever else, whatever you pick for a carrier, and then when they get it, they send you a rating. Once you do that, you get paid. Then you have that in your balance, and you can use that, for buying stuff. And yeah, well, I switch everything else over. So Mercari is like such a gem. It's one of the ones I didn't like use at all. My significant other, she uses Mercari a lot. She collects vintage Disney stuff. So, she resells a lot of stuff. And she was like, yeah, why don't you check Mercari for stuff? Because for a while there, she found some vintage Power Ranger stuff from like 93 and 94. And I was like, where are you going? Like, Mercari? I'm like, what's Mercari? And then I checked it out and I was like, shit, Mercari is good. I like Mercari. So that was, Mercari is definitely a gem. But like you don't know what you're gonna find on there, and stuff can sell quick. I've missed out on so many DX drivers for my collection that were priced way too freaking low because a lot of people, like, no offense, a lot of people don't know what they have, or don't really care about value. They're like, oh, what's this? Oh, it's a common item thing. I don't even know what that is. Let me list it. $30. You know how many times I've missed out on like drivers because they were listed at like $35 when they should be going for like 100. I'm talking some of them were like in box still, and I was like, damn. And I missed out because I was at work or this and that. Because I have alerts for Kamen Rider and Ultraman and Digimon stuff. Um, I think Mercari got really popular. A lot of people were reselling Pokemon on there, like TCG and plushies, and that kind of brought more traffic over to Mercari. But Mercari is definitely cool. Check it out. I like it. And now that I have the next site set up and good to go, eBay. Now, eBay is hit or miss. eBay, I try to avoid. You can see my watched items. I look up what a lot of values of things are, and sometimes I'll find something good. I watch a lot of Sotos because my goal is to have every Soto released, built, and on display. So I started chipping away at some of the 01 Soto sets and build. Like, there's a lot, and my goal is to eventually have every Soto ever released. Um, and it's also a good place to find nano block stuff, but man, like the reseller stuff is pretty pricey. Um, I always have Kamen Rider stuff saved. But eBay, like I said, eBay is one of your mileage may vary. I try not to go on eBay as much. I used to sell on eBay a lot, actually, like years and years ago. Um, when I used to do a lot of thrifting and when I was, doing a lot of commission work on the side for like comic book stores and this and that, and because I can grade like just helping them out with hey appraising comics and this and that because I'm very knowledgeable in those things and I was trained for it. So, I help them list stuff. Sometimes I'd list stuff on mine. I usually use the eBay for a lot of like CGC grading comics to sell or buy. But eBay is one of those things I try to avoid it because it just pains me sometimes how high of a price people want to put on things. So, but I'm not really going to go over how to use eBay. Obviously, eBay is eBay. And I've been screwed over a lot on eBay by people doing like lots of things and this and that, but bidding. And then I won. And then because it didn't sell for the price they want, they didn't put a reserve on it. And then they'd be like, oh, sorry, couldn't ship to your address. And I'm like, or address wasn't found as a real address. And mind you, it shows up as eBay local. And I was like, I could have just did local pickup, you know. So eBay is one of the ones like I would say out of the five that I'm showing you, that's like the last one I would pick. That's only for something specific. And most of the time when I order something on eBay, I'm actually ordering from eBay International. So I'm buying stuff in Japan on eBay. I'm not actually I really don't buy anything on the US in on Japan because a lot of people just overprice their stuff and I'm like, nope, you can go away. Now, the next one is going to be Ami Ami. That's right. I I haven't ordered a lot from Ami Ami, but I have gotten like gifts for other people, and a lot of my friends have always hype up Ami Ami, and it's very simple to use, very easy. I've had no issues with it, and you know, like I said, my go-to is always I just type Kamen Rider into the search bar, and I'm like, what are you gonna give me? and obviously a lot of stuff for pre-order that doesn't have any images right now, which is pretty cool because you kind of get an idea of stuff that's coming out. And for right now, if you've seen, like, you can kind of see on my display and this and that, I got into the Kamen Rider Converse stuff, which is Ami Ami is basically my main place where I'm gonna be getting a lot of those. Ooh, they got the new they got the new Shoto X set out. Ooh, that's not bad. That's not bad. Oh, they announced a figurized standard Ghost and Kamen Rider Black. Well, I didn't know that. Those are going to get pre ordered. I will have to log in and pre order those after I'm no longer recording a video. But yeah, a lot of stuff there. A lot of pre order closed and, this and that. But, Ami Ami is so reliable. I think from an outside perspective of looking at like eBay and Mercari, Amazon Japan, I would put Ami Ami up there with Amazon Japan for reliability and everything else. And yeah, I'm trying to think of how to word this. So the last site I'm going to show you guys is like the last ditch effort. It's one of the ones if you find a place where they don't ship international, and you really want, to get that stuff, you're going to go to Bai. Now, there's another place called Neokyo, Neokyo, just like Bai. They charge you like Neokyo. I was gonna show it, but it wasn't like loading properly. I don't know why. Like anytime it was just giving me errors on the website, so I wasn't able to. I'm not gonna show it, but it's just like Bai. Bai is cool. Do a drop down, whatever you want. Mercari. You can type in Kamen Rider, and this is gonna be Mercari Japan. And let's see if it actually loads. Okay. So now, ooh, that's 206. That no, I want the Kamen Rider shoes, but they never go up in my size. So just like anything, figuring out the price, like 3,500 yen is about $33 to $34, I believe. I don't know specifics, but obviously getting Converses, which I'm definitely gonna be dabbling in. I do want to get more of the soundtracks, but Mercari, like I said, this is just like the U.S. Mercari, but in Japan. So through Bai, because you can't technically go to mercari.co.jp, you can't actually go there and make an account. And they don't do international shipping. Everything is just in Japan only. Thanks to Bai, you can actually order things that would be Japan only. It goes from Mercari to Bai, and they have like a warehouse, and then they will send it to you. You can have, if you don't want it sent instantly to you, you can have, a stockpile of things for yourself, and then have everything shipped to you in bulk. I use Bai mainly for a lot of little things, and I have it add up, to a good amount. Like I haven't done any major, huge, big purchases on through Bai, but you can use like the Japanese eBay auctions, Yahoo auctions in Japan because that's still a thing. Mercari. Actually, yeah, you can kind of see like the drop downs. Sometimes you gotta wait. For, like, Google doesn't always translate everything instantly. Um, it's not gonna, but you can. There's a lot of stuff you can pick through for different Japanese-based websites. Um, and yeah, this Bai is kind of like the go-to if you want to get stuff used. I would always say just go through Bai, and just go through Japan Mercari. That's always the best option. I do like all these converges popping up, so I'm definitely going to be making some purchases. uh, definitely. Ooh, no. So yeah, Mercari or Bai through Mercari, this and that. Definitely um, a good site. Those are the top five I use. Um, I try to I try to like spread out how I spend my money, and especially with budgeting and everything else. So it's like places like Mercari and Mercari through Japan through Bai are kind of like my way to save money. You know, I get to just get things used like because I don't need everything new in box. I'm not a new in box collector. I open everything, and so like these two drivers, no boxes, but they came with gimmicks. Like the wizard one was cool. It came with all like they even put it in this little like Christmas Ziploc bag, but it came with all these freaking rings, and I was like, cool. The gamer driver I got a deal on because they had no gash hats with it, and I was like, well, I can easily get gash hats, like boom, and then so I got like three of them, so I was like, all right, that's fine, and I got a deal on that. The Gertlinger got that one on Mercari also, so it's and that one came with the box, like it was like used on display, but it was completely mint back in the box as if it was never used. So you know, depending on how you want to get your Toku merch, it's very simple to, you know, shop. It's convenient. Like I said, if I was to say, if you want something new that's about to come out or just came out, go to Amazon Japan. Save money. Go to Amazon Japan. It's just so much better. Avoid Wish. Like, don't. I saw, what was it? Hercules did a Wish video again, and I was curious. I never went on Wish before, and I went on Wish, and I was on there for 10 minutes, and then I decided to just throw my computer away. Like, but from a convenience and ease factor, Amazon Japan is always going to be the go-to for new stuff. When it comes to if you don't care if something's like not new in box and you just want to save some money, Mercari. Definitely Mercari, especially if you want to get rid of stuff. If you want to get rid of anything, go on Mercari and just list whatever you have that you want to sell, and then you have money to spend on it. Like it's that's the best. Like that's also cut into a lot of my spending. Is I think at the most I had about over almost $1,000 balance on Mercari, and I bought a lot of stuff and nothing out of pocket. So I mean, if you count like me buying the stuff I sold, but from the standpoint of when I purchased, it was just my Mercari balance, and that's how I got a lot of stuff added to my collection. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. I know this was a really long video. I don't normally do long videos, but I really wanted to go over how I get my stuff, more specifically what I use each site for what I'm getting for Toku merch, because I don't really just go to one like site in my okay. My computer's lagging a bit. I have a lot. I'm recording this and I'm uploading videos to YouTube actually right now, so it's kind of slowing everything down. So I apologize for that little frame issue. But yeah, definitely like I just wanted to go over everything like cuz I specifically go to these sites for specific things. It's not like I just go and get everything on Amazon Japan. I definitely don't get everything on eBay. And I don't get a lot of things in person cuz I don't want to miss like inform everyone thinking that I'm like getting all these hauls in person. No, there is still very little like ways to get Toku stuff in person in stores. Now, obviously, I didn't go over regular US Amazon. Obviously, Bluefin, Team Rider USA, all of them have shops. They carry a lot of stuff. They're always expanding. They're always adding more stuff, especially since Bluefin is now carrying nano blocks. So as their stores are exploring, obviously expanding, obviously I'm buying from them as well. That's where I got my display dizes and a few other things. And because I want them to have my money, obviously, because I want them to see the sales in them to bring more stuff to us. But for the amount of stuff that's being released in general, especially for new stuff for Revice, this and that, if they're obviously carrying everything that's new. So obviously I have to go to other avenues. I'm hoping there will be a day when like Bluefin and this and that has just like this massive online store with just as much merch as possible, and you know it's easily available and accessible here in the United States. Obviously, if you follow Team Rider USA on Twitter and Bluefin, this and that, you guys like respectfully be like, hey, it'd be kind of cool if you guys sold some gimmicks for drivers. I mean, they're doing the CSMs, and we got the Legacy Henshin belts coming out and everything else. But it's like, hey, it'd be nice if I get some buy stamps. get some water ride books. So, and obviously we have premium Bandai as well if you really want to. I'm guilty of buying premium Bandai stuff. I am probably contributing to the fact that they keep releasing drivers and gimmicks on premium Bandai. I'm contributing to that machine because I buy their stuff. But that's it for the video. I don't want it to be much longer. If you watched it this far, I think it's watching. Comment below where you buy Toku stuff because I'm like Ami, like I said, it's something from my friends they told me about. I'm still learning about all these new shops. There's a lot of other shops. Like I said, these are just the five I go to. I'm sure there's a lot of other options. I know Madarake is one that one of my friends keeps bringing up that I haven't checked out that I plan on it eventually. But with that being said, I think you guys for watching. Like I said, comment, let me know what where you shop. Like the video, share it, subscribe to the channel. I'm 30 subscribers away from 300. I made a tweet about this. My goal for this year was to hit 200 subscribers. The fact that I'm sitting at 270 2 weeks into December is just insane. Like, I'm trying to wrap my head around it because I just like to share my love of Toku and comic books and movies and horror and collecting with like-minded people or people who are curious about certain things. And it's been really cool, and like I've been having a lot of fun. Obviously, if you watch my older videos to now, you've seen the evolution of my collecting. I've been able to put more stuff on display that's been in boxes, been able to talk more about it, gaining more knowledge of things, learning about a lot of Toku stuff I didn't know existed outside of Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, and Ultraman. So this has been like a crazy year for me, and it's been awesome. One hell of a ride. I have a few more non-reaction, like a few more original videos like this that are coming out before the year is over. Um, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you can see when those go live. And yeah, I thank you guys for watching. It's under name Mark here. I got some Toku stuff to get into. I gotta find spots for these drivers and the Gertlinger because I need to build another shelf. So I'll see you guys in the next video.